So good evening everyone. Thank you very much for joining me in this at this time in this tutorial. In this one we are going to talk about this hospitality management system which I have made, which I have developed using simple Python coding. Let me first show you the product, how the actual system looks like. So this is the hospitality management system I have developed, and if I have to make an entry in the database, I can simply, first select the required option from this drop down over here. Then I can fill the reference number, dose, let's say 1, number of tablets, let's say 45, lot number 7, issue date. So I need to fill the issue date here. So 23/9/2021, let's say, and expiry date is 22. Daily dose, let's say 34. Side effect, none. Further information uh, will keep you updated. Blood pressure normal, we can write here. Storage advice, keep it in a cool place. Medication none, and then patient ID, let's say it is 23. NHS number, or let's make it 24. NHS number 456234, a random number I have put over here. Patient name is Hemika Srivastava, let's say. Date of birth 30 10 1989. Then patient address we have to fill over here, so let's make it B block, uh, Kavinagar. Then we can put Ghaziabad. So that's how we can make the entry. So before entering this in the database, I would first like to show you the database. I've connected it with this PHP my admin, and right now you can see there is a table named hospital present in this database named HMS. Fine, and in this we have only one record at present. Now if I will the entry which I have made, where is that? So this is these are the entries I have made here. Now if I want to enter these into the database over there, I can simply hit this prescription. You can see I have received a message, data added successfully. So the data has been added successfully. I can hit this OK button, and it is getting reflected in the bottom also. Right, so whatever data I enter, sorry, not here, right on the top, it is getting reflected in this table. So whatever data I added, it is there in the database. You can, I can refresh it and show it to you. See, so the data is here. Hemika Srivastav, keep it in a cool place. Everything is here, right? And then, if I am selecting anything from here, so automatically all the data is getting fetched from here, and it is coming over here in these fields, right? If I want to show the user the prescription in this prescription named text area, I can simply hit this prescription data, and everything is going to come over here like this. See how beautiful it is looking. Right, then if I want to update something, let's update 1 to 4, and to Sahil Chaudhary to Sahil Singh. Fine. Let's see whether I will be able to do it with the help of update button or not. So data updated successfully. Let me just check. Yes, so it is now Sahil Singh. I'm able to update the data also. If I have to delete this data, I can hit this delete button, and see the data has been deleted successfully, and now we are no more that data is no more visible to us over here in this table, right? Okay, let's hit this clear option and see what's gonna happen. So right now, there are entries we are able to see in these input boxes. If I will hit this clear named button, so everything will go away. If I want to close this hospital management system, I can hit this exit button and take an exit from the system. So that is how this whole system works. And now I would like to show you the coding part. Okay, so that's the whole coding. And the first thing you have to do is you need all these modules over here. PyMySQL for connecting your Python code with a database where you can store everything, and then tkinter module, of course, for designing your interface for your hospital management systems software's interface. Message box is for getting those message boxes, which you were able to see when I was hitting those buttons, which are there on my software interface. So these are the modules you require. Then we have this main class over here named hospital, in which you can see I have defined this title of my page, then I've set the geometry of my software application. So if you want to customize this software, yes, you can do it very easily. Why? Because you are going to make it. Fine. So I can customize it at any point of time. And these are the variables I've used for fetching up the values which the user is going to enter over here in these input boxes. Fine. So there are 18 fields in total, and in total you can see there are 18 variables I have defined over here. So that's the way you can define variables in if you're using tkinter for creating your software. And if you want to avail these software management coding classes, software development coding classes, you can check the description box here. There you will find my number. You can call me on my number, and you can be a part of the software development coding classes if you want. Okay, then next thing is this title. So right on the top, the title which you're able to see, hospital management system, it is coming from here. So that's the whole code. Fine. And then we have one data frame in which is again divided into two different data frames. So that's the top data frame, and I have named it as data underscore frame. Then I've divided this data underscore frame into two different frames. Left frame is this, and the right frame is this one. Fine. And just a second, I need to enlarge it. Yeah. So now it is looking perfectly fine. Okay. Then if coming back to the code, then this left frame, this code over here is for this left frame. Where is that left frame? Okay, this left frame, okay, this patient information. So the code for this frame is this, and the right frame, which is the prescription frame. So here is the code for that frame. Okay, then for these six buttons, I've created again a new frame, and that's the code for the button frame in which all the six buttons are there. Then we have this details frame, which is there right in the bottom, in which the table is getting reflected and the whole data is coming. Fine, so that's the code for creating the details frame. Then names of tablet is a label, of course, and this is a combo box. So that's the whole code for the first label box and the combo box. Then that's the code for this second label box and this input box. I've used the same concept which we use for creating websites. So reference number and input box, so the code for this is here, and then number of tablets. So the code is almost same for each of these fields I've defined here. The only thing that you have to change is the text part, right, and the text variable, because each one of these input box, for fetching the values from these input box, we are going to use different variables, right? So if you want to fetch the value from this input box, then those is the name of the variable I've used. If you want, you can use your own variable, you can use any other name. Then number of tablets, for number of tablets I have some other variable. This is number of tablets named variable I've used over here. And then similarly, I've used a separate variable for this lot, right? And then the code is almost the same as I've told you. You have to change the text and the text variable. Besides that, also you need to change the values for this row and column thing. Why? Because so as to make them appear on this window at the position where you want them to, where you want to see them, right? So you can customize the rows and columns as well. This is row number 0, in which you are able to see all, sorry, this is column number 0, in which you are able to see all the labels. Then this is column 1, this is column this is 0 1, and then, sorry, I think I started with 0 or 1. Let me just check. Yeah, I started with 1. So sorry, I've started with 0. Okay, I have put here I have used 1. So this is column number 0, this is column number 1. Then there is this space in between this input box and this and these label boxes. Why? Because I have defined an extra label box which doesn't have anything inside it, right? So as to create a space in between these input boxes and these label boxes. If I will remove it from here, then what is going to happen? Let me just show you that. So the moment I will run it, I'm running the code, so the space is now no more there, and it is creating a confusion whether these input boxes are for these label boxes or are they for these labels which are there on the left side. So that is the reason I created another label box, so as to define a space, nice space in between these input boxes and these label boxes. Fine, then again I've used the same coding for creating these label boxes and these input boxes. So it's very easy, you can just try it out. I'm showing you the entire code. Fine. And in case you need any help, you can avail the coding classes. You can find my number in the description below. Fine, you can give me a call on my number and I'll let you know about the various courses which I am taking right now. Okay, so let's go back over here. Let me just check if I have anything to answer. Okay, Bhagwan Singh. Dear, you can give me a call on my number in case you want to understand something. In case you're not able to understand anything, fine. I'll try and entertain you personally, no problem at all. But thank you very much for joining me at this time in this tutorial. Bhagwan Singh. Okay, so coming, I need to run this code again and show you how the software looks like. So this is how the software looks like, and I've already discussed the code with you guys, how I've created, how I have designed this left frame, right? These label boxes and these input boxes. Now let's come on this prescription thing. Where is that? Okay, so text is the function with the help of which you can create a text area kind of thing, right? And for this also I have created a frame first, and then I have inserted this text area inside this right frame, right? So this is your left frame and this is the right frame. And now if you want to put something inside the right frame, you can simply pass this variable in which your right frame is there, uh, you know as a parameter to this function. You can pass it as a parameter to this function, and then font is the property with which you can play, and you can modify the font of the text which the user is going to write over here, or which you're going to see over here when you will hit this prescribe data thing. Okay, and then what else do we have? Now comes the code for these one, two, three, four, five, six buttons, right? So this is the code for the prescription button, which is right in the beginning in the left side of this frame. So the name of the frame in which I have put all these six frames is btn underscore frame. So it's button frame, right? And this is how I have positioned each of these buttons. So for prescription data button, which is the second button, I have used column is equals to 1. Then for update button, the column number is 2. Then for delete button, it is 3. For clear button, it is 4. For exit button, it is 5. So you can see the row number is same for all the buttons, but the column number is changing, right? Because they are present in this different, they are present in the same row, but different columns. Then that's the code for the scroll bar. This scroll bar which you're able to see right in the bottom of this software. Let me just go back on the software and show you the scroll bar. So this is the scroll bar, right? Now because we have only one record present in the database right now, so I would not be able to show you the uh, this vertical scroll bar, but yes, with the help of this simple line of code, we can create an amazingly beautiful vertical scroll bar also. So horizontal is for this horizontal scroll bar, and this vertical, this line of code is for the vertical scroll bar. Okay, then I've used this hospital named class, which I defined right on the top, in which this entire code is there over here. uh, and then I've created a tree view. Tree view is something like grid view, which you get the option. This is the option which you get in .NET or platforms like Java. So tree view is something like that. So this is tree view which you are able to see over here right in the bottom, a table kind of view. So this is a function with the help of which you can create a table like this. And then what is the name of the frame in which you would like to put your data? So details frame is the name of this last frame. Fine. And then what are the names of the columns? So you can pass the names of the columns like this, right? And then for setting, for packing your scroll bars vertical and horizontal with this tree view, you can use these two commands. Fine. Okay, then we have how to set these headings of the table. So that is the way you can set the headings. How to control the width of these headings. So right now the width of each of these headings is equals to 100, and how I have set it to 100 by using the simple code. I have set the width of each of the column present in this table equal to 100. Right, it's very simple. Just go through the code, you will be able to understand it, and in case you have any queries, you can put it in the chat box. I will definitely try and resolve all your queries. Okay, so that's the first function, and I have binded this function with this button which you are able to see over here, prescription. So when the user will hit this prescription, what is going to happen? Automatically the data is going to get saved in the database. So this is the command. I've used a simple MySQL command for connecting my front end with the back end. And then that's the SQL command with which we can access the table named hospital, which is there present in the database named HMS. Okay, we can access this table and we can update it. We can insert values in this table, right? So that's how I have, you know, uh, coded this button, right? Prescription button. Then we have this fetch data. Now once the data gets updated in the database, I would like I would like a function to, fetch that data for me, and it should come and get reflected over here in this database. Now that's the function which is doing that for us. Then this is the function which will be called automatically whenever any of these buttons will be clicked, and it will make all the entries to go away. So it will make everything go disappear and we'll not be able to see anything. Whatever entries the user will make, they will go disappear. So that's the function, and I've linked it with all these buttons and also with this clear button. Right, so command is the simple property with which you can link a function with any button. For example, let me just show that to you. So with this delete, btn delete, so that is this is the variable which is right now handling the function of this delete button. And if you will come over here, so I have linked it with this function named delete data, right, using the simple property named command. So command is equals to self dot delete data. It means that when the user will hit this delete button, what will happen? Let me just show it to you. So if I will hit this delete button, the data will get deleted. And how the data is getting deleted, it's because the moment I click this button, the user called this function named delete data. Where is this delete data named function? Let me just show that to you. So this is the delete data named function, and that's the SQL query which will be executed by the interpreter, and it will you know delete the data based on this query from the database. Fine. Okay, then we have this I prescription 2. So everything, whatever is coming over here, it's because of this table, is it's because of this function where I am hitting this prescription data. So whatever I am writing over here, everything is coming over here in a form of a beautiful table, and it's happening because of these codes, these lines of codes I have defined inside this I prescription 2 named function. Then this button exit, if you will hit this exit button, that's what you will get to see. Why you're getting this message? It's because of this function. So this function is asking us whether we want to whether you want to exit or not. So if the value of I exit is greater than 0, it means that if I will hit this no button, the value will be equal to 0, right? So the condition is not true. That is the reason the software is still, we are able to still see the platform. However, if I want to exit, if I want to take an exit from this hospital management system, I can simply hit this yes button, and the moment I will do it, this value I exit will become equal to 1, and this condition will become true, and root will get destroyed. So that is the reason we are now no more able to see that software interface. Fine, so that's the whole code I have used for developing this amazingly beautiful hospital management system. And in case you want any help, you can avail the coding classes. Right now there are number of courses you can take from me. You can take the web development course, you can do the application development course, you can take the game development course. If you want, you can just check the YouTube channel of mine. There are a number of things which I have published on my YouTube channel, and they are definitely going to help you a lot in your software development career. If you really want to become a good software developer, then you can take help from me in case you need it. Otherwise, I think the code is more than enough. If you can understand it from the video, it's great. You can you do not need any software development tutorials or classes if you are able to understand each and everything from the video itself. So this is it from my side. I hope you guys enjoyed it a lot. Thank you very much, all of you, for joining me at this time in this